You've mentioned in the past that a mistake that you think early investors make is getting too hung up on the reputation of co-investors in a deal. Be curious to hear about that, and in the topic of status, but why you think that's the case.
So the co-investor signal is another thing I think that is highly overrated by other investors and by founders too. I remember I was pitched by a founder one time, and he said, "Peter Thiel's investing." I said, "Oh, really? How much is Peter investing?" $50,000. I said, "Oh, did you talk to Peter?" "Well, no, I talked to one of his guys." "Oh, which guy?" And he mentioned a guy who was like a principal, not even a partner. And I said, "I bet you Peter doesn't even fucking know he wrote that check." He can $50,000 is like a penny lost in his sofa. So you're trying to tell me that Peter Thiel loves what you're doing and he doesn't even know he wrote the check. Like, this is one of the most overused tropes in venture. So the first thing you do when you're looking at co-investor is, is the amount that was invested. People come to me all day and like, Sequoia Scout invested. Okay, $25,000. Sequoia also doesn't know they wrote that check. So that doesn't tell me that Sequoia is going to do the follow-on round. So it's incredibly overvalued. You got to compare the check size with who it's coming from, how many checks they write, what percent of their fund is it, and many times it's not a meaningful commitment. What I look for more is, was it a meaningful commitment by a very smart, intelligent person? And many times it's not. Which is the problem of overvaluing the co-investor signal. Because when they say so-and-so is investing, you got to say, okay, how much of their fund is it? Is there actually a partner on it? Is this a deal that they're really committed to? Or are they, trying to save one of their, potential losers or something like that? You got to dig a little deeper, and you got to do your own work. The venture is littered with these stories of YOLO people. I mean, look at Theranos, look at, WeWork. Lots of smart people thought that other smart people were doing the diligence. Look at FTX. And, it turns out the other smart people weren't doing the diligence. They were just following other people that they thought were smart.